start knowing nothing. But now you guys are all well informed. That's what my colleague Nagarajan also told. How are these guys? Will they talk? Because now when I was doing my college, I never had the guts to openly talk like that. But now, yes, the generation has changed. Don't worry that these guys will definitely talk. Now let's see what Obama thinks about India. Okay, can you go to the next slide, please? So this is what Obama addressed the Parliament of India. Together we can strengthen agriculture cooperation between India and America researchers and scientists. You are all going to be the scientists. India is a leader of technology empowering farmers. He had the pleasure of talking to the cell phone with the farmers, and he is also US is a leader in agriculture productivity and research, and share India's expertise with the farmers in Africa. American and Indian partnership can address an urgent global challenge. Everybody was talking about the population of the whole world, the food security. So what is needed today is the power of India and America. That's why the gentleman Natarajan and Elisha Pulivati has come all the way from America, and many other dignitaries have come from different parts of the world. All of us are here only to brainstorm how are we going to meet the global challenge. That's what Obama spoke. We'll go to the next slide and see what more he talks. The rise of US-India commercial tie, job creation is going to be the first priority in both the countries. Without jobs, weak consumer confidence, protectionism and trade barriers will impede America's desire to lead in a truly global economy, and in India, the ideal of inclusive growth will remain elusive without jobs to fuel it. So with this backdrop of the Obama's visit, which was very popular in the month of November, all of us were talking for about 15 days or 20 days. If I use a little bit of Tamil, if others understand. And the Obama would have talked if you remember it. Am I right? Did you all were a part of Obama's visit during November? Did you see the students of Bombay interacting with Obama very interestingly, talking about different kind of topics? So with this backdrop, I set the objective for this session. We'll go to the next slide. Leverage IT latest technology for high-tech agriculture research. There is a lot of technology available. Create attractive jobs for talented, fresh and experienced graduates and postgraduates. Increase the speed of research at various levels, because the speed of India itself is very fast. At least what I have seen in India 30 years back, 20 years back, 10 years back and now, you can see how the speed is. You can definitely see. All this, you may not be able to appreciate it. When you go out of the country, you will definitely be able to see. Because 10 years back when I was traveling in New York or Los Angeles, 20 years back when I was traveling in Jayagadda Sodapuram or Ariyur, I am able to very clearly see the kind of growth that is taking place in India and how an Indian is viewed in San Francisco and New York in 2000, now in 2010. I would say definitely Natarajan and others would agree with me. India is respected in America, across the world. The Indian people have got something unique behind them. So that's what is making the whole world to look at us. So that's the reason we also need to keep pace. Others are all thinking that Sachin Tendulkar is going to score so much. Then Sachin has to have the confidence in him. You know what I mean? See, somebody is telling you that you are doing well, then the responsibility becomes double, triple for you to perform. So we have to increase the speed of research and then reduce the investment in hardware and software and save cost. Because ultimately it's a cost proposition. You know well that America is going through a lot of recession. All the companies are conserving their money for investing into the technology, so they are looking at all kind of methods for saving the cost and convert the science of America and spirituality in India to the advantage of high-tech agriculture research. This I have specifically put it because you know well, America is a country which has invested a lot into the science. I know for sure that I was always thinking, whenever I go to a city called Edison, that's a place where Thomas Alva Edison has lived. Several times I thought about Albert Einstein. I was even thinking why the GD Naidu has not become so popular from India, so that India would have also become like that. I was not able to get an answer. Maybe people from Coimbatore can always give me the answer why we did not come to the limelight in those days. So whatever it is, the point is the scientific advancement of America is very, very high. America typically had a plan strategically in place that we will grow substantially by so and so year to become the superpower of the world. They have become. We know all very well the story of USSR, USA, In fact, if you want to know more about how America has become, you should read a book in Tamil called America Vallarasanadu Eppadi சொல்லி பார் ஆகோன்னு ஒரு புக் எழுதியிருக்காரு. இந்த புத்தகத்தை வந்து if you take that book and read it, you will definitely know the history of how America became. One of the reasons how America became is they invested a lot into scientific advancement. You take any invention, you think of anything what you are using today, it would have come only from America, the people who have done it. But whereas if you take India, we are all very highly spiritual. It does not mean that we don't have the scientific mind with us. We definitely have a lot of scientific mind. Quite a lot of, if you take C.V. Raman, if you take Visvesvaraya and Bangalore, they are all great scientists. Only thing, we did not use the way we wanted to use. Now the time has come, this has to be combined. The spirituality of India and the science of America. To make a little more articulating the point, what is the spirituality? Don't think that this is something to do with the religion or philosophy or something. For example, if you take India, for us, food is medicine, medicine is food. For America, because of the scientific advancement, food is separate, medicine is separate. For example, you take an American in New York. You can see him in the afternoon, he will run 10 kilometers for bringing down the weight. In the evening, he will have a party, he will go and eat ice cream. Okay, he knows how to manage the scientific way of living. So he will do treadmill at home. But whereas if you take our own people, our mother and father will always teach us, if your stomach is not good, you have to take this medicine. If you are putting weight, if there is gas trouble, I am not able to explain it in English. I would say that உடம்பு முடியணும்னா வேப்பம்பூ ரசம் வச்சு குடிங்க அப்படிம்பாங்க, கருவேப்பிலையை போட்டு சாப்பிடுவாங்க, வெந்தயத்தை ராத்திரி ஊற வச்சுட்டு காலையில் குடிங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So we were never feeling they are all, for example, even if your stomach is not good, we had the regular practice of விளக்கெண்ணெய் குடிப்போம் ஒரு மாசத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை. So that means food is medicine, medicine is food. That's a kind of life. I'm sorry that I'm using a little bit of Tamil, so later I can even interpret it to your advantage to understand it better. Okay? So expressions come always in mother tongue better than other language. So that's why I said. Thank you very much. You're motivated. So what happens is, you all have a fantastic bioinformatics knowledge, biotechnology knowledge, coupled with your own parental care and the village kind of practices in place. You may go for a party, have a pizza and then drink a Coke, but still after 2 days, unless you take a Kai Sadam, your energy will not come back to you. Am I right? Is that right? So we search for a Kai Sadam, we search for something else normally we take. So mix bioinformatics, mix biotechnology, mix your, I'm sorry. So that way you will be able to appropriately advance your career, earn money, become popular, at the same time remain truly as a global Indian as well. Okay. So with this, I'll go to next. So before I go to the slide, can you go back to the back, please? So I asked one question: how many of you think that India will become a superpower? I would like to know how many of you have a specific goal that you want to become so and so. Do you have any goal or aim? How many of you, why did you join bioinformatics at all? You could have joined, today the hard job in the market is getting into a software company. They easily recruit you for 15,000 rupees salary and then work for 2-3 years, the demand is high. Then why you should join a bioinformatics or biotechnology? Why? You had nothing, so you joined the bioinformatics. I can make a little more post when such an interesting. I was studying in an ordinary school in Tirchi. Tirchi, the part of school is St. Joseph's College, St. Joseph's High School. So people will go to that school, they will not get admission. Then after that they will go to Vishayangar, they will not get admission. He will come from Lalgudi. So finally the father will say, okay, now we will go to our place and then we will put you in the Lalgudi school itself. So before getting into the train, I'll try this later. So before getting into the train, he will find that there is a school by name Murmu Dhanalakshmi Vidyalaya. Okay, instead of studying in Lalgudi, some school in Trichy, you study here itself. Then he will admit him and then he will go ahead. So this is the way our teacher used to say, school. So did you join bioinformatics like that, or you have chosen the course and then joined? Why did you join? There has to be some reason for joining. Is there any reason? Huh? No reasons? No. No, the strength of India is many a times we don't even know what we want to achieve in life, but still we achieve. So that's why I also achieved. Superstar Rajinikanth has also achieved. Okay. So Rajinikanth never thought he wanted to become a superstar. In all interviews, he said he wanted to become an actor. That's all. So that's why he joined the Film Institute in Madras. So that's the way you wanted to become something big in your career. So you joined bioinformatics. Let me just give a small background about me. We can go to the next slide. I was born in a village where I got the electricity only in the year 1971. It's an agriculture family. I wanted to be a farmer only in life. So I joined BSc Agri in 1974 in the most popular, topmost university campus, Madurai campus of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University in Madurai. I still feel proud. I am qualified from the institute standing in front of you. Then after that I joined Madras Fertilizers for 1 year. Then I was working in Canara Bank for about 19 years. Then I became an entrepreneur in 1996 and I had the benefit of my wife as my business and life partner. We both do the business together. So get married to a nice partner. Your life will also be successful. And we traveled. I had the opportunity to travel extensively to all the countries. That's one of the strong points for me to very confidently talk about various subjects, even though I was an agriculture graduate. There are we have won a lot of awards. I'm sorry. Zero. Sorry. Is it okay? Are they used to? Is that a problem? Is it okay? I'm too passionate with you guys. That's why I'm feeling. I'm not feeling nervous, but I'm only feeling so glad. So we have won several awards. So this is what my background is. The reason why I'm placing before you my background is hailing from a small village, from an agriculture family, wanting to do the farming as my primary occupation. And today, I would say that we have got 150 employees in our company. We have got 250 clients in America, and we are also going to become a very big company by the year 2020. So we will also have a lot of opportunity to interact with each other. So I strongly feel தாய் 8 அடி பாஞ்சா குட்டி 16 அடி பாய் புளிக்கு பிறந்தது பூனை ஆகும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க அந்த மாதிரி வந்து if Ramani from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University Madurai campus has become like that, I can imagine how many big people are going to become something like this sitting here. Okay, so only thing, please give me a chance to talk to you when you become so big in your life. So we'll go to the next. So this is about cloud computing. What is cloud computing? In information technology, one of the problems is we use a lot of jargons. Purposely we use a lot of jargons so that others will not understand. So I want you to first of all break all these myths, break all these imaginations and make you think in reality. Okay? So cloud computing, I am going to cover what is cloud computing characteristics, cloud service models, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, and then cloud deployment models, cloud computing security discussion. If any of you have got a pen and notebook, please close it and please open your mind, which I always tell. Usually when the class what we do is we close the mind and open the book and pen. So that's the reason it doesn't get into our head. My colleague Subburaj is Secretary Healthcare. You can see his picture every day coming. He is my classmate. We all study together. Another colleague Balaji is IFS. He is Chief Conservator of Forest. VK Subburaj shared his success 28 years later when we all met in Madurai campus. What he did in the class, on the same day he will understand everything. He will not study after that. We will all study only the day before the examination. He will never study. He said, the number of movies I have seen in Madurai city, the number of city visits I have made is much higher than all of you, which none of you know. Remember, the only secret I had was, class, I will very cleanly listen, take notes. Because we had trimester system. It was very tough. You all cannot even imagine studying in the trimester system. So that way, please just understand. I am going to make available this presentation to the biotechnology department, Mr. Swamiyappan. So you can always share it. If you have any questions, you can ask me later. Yeah, we'll go to the next. See, cloud computing is a model for enabling the convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing. Don't much complicate, just read the red. Minimal management effort or service provider interaction, that's all. The management is very limited. Somebody is going to do the management, I am only going to use that resource. This cloud model promotes availability and is composed of 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models and 4 deployment models. Yes, we will go to the next. Cloud is the aggregation of a lot of servers, low-end computers, and storage hosting the program and data. It is access to via the internet. How many of you think that you are every day using a cloud computing? Yes. Tell me what is it. Can you give a mic to her, please? What kind of cloud computing you are using now? Yes.
I don't know if I'm right.
No, you are right always. Never anything is wrong. Come on, go ahead and tell. That's a problem with us, I'm telling you. In America, a boy or a girl gets up and talks. He never even thinks whether it is right or wrong. He only knows he has to talk, that's all. I learned it after so many years. You are learning it today itself. Do it.
When we first search in a web server, we get an answer from somewhere else.
Okay.
That is what. And ATM servers we use every day.
Okay.
And kind of online reservations, ride reservations,
Okay.
and even theater reservations is kind of cloud computing.
Okay. You are very close to the answer. Every day you are all using. Are you using a Gmail? How many of you are using a Gmail? How many of you are using a Hotmail? Facebook. Facebook. Everything is in cloud. Everything is only in cloud. When you go through that, you will understand what cloud is. So it's very powerful. It's very task centric. It's programmable. You can go to the next slide. It is not what is cloud not, we have to understand always. It is just not your network computing, application and data are not confined to any specific. It is not confined to any company server. There is no VPN access. It encompasses multiple companies, multiple servers and multiple networks. It's not like that. It's not traditional outsourcing. It is not a contract to host data by third-party hosting business and no subcontracting for computing services for specific. So these are all some of what not cloud computing is all about. We'll go to the next. It's actually a style of computing where massively scalable IT-enabled capabilities are provided as a service over the networks. There are three models: business model, access model and technical model. The business model is usage based, access model is network based and technical model is very dynamic. In the next few slides, you will still more understand what cloud computing is. Yes. So there are different kinds called grid computing, utility computing, SaaS computing, cloud computing. Let me not go into the individual of everything. When you get this presentation, you can do a research on that. I'll go to the next slide. So the cloud computing characteristics are, typically it is agility. What do you mean by agility? What do you mean? It's a very popular terminology today, everywhere used in IT field. What is agility? Okay, to understand very simply, if you go from, when I went from my village to Madras was looking like America. I had a fear whether I can talk this, whether I can do this, whether I can do that. Then after that, Madras became familiar to me. Then from Madras, I went to America, San Francisco. When I got out from San Francisco airport, when I started driving in the 101 highway and then was going into the Golden Gate, I felt as if I have gone to some paradise. Oh, this world is like this. Very big roads, very big this, that and all. It was really astonishing to me. So, the way we are adapting to the scenario, situation, the environment, when we change ourselves, it is agility. If you want to know still more simply, Pachondi Marirano. Pachena Pache, Manjalna Manjal, Saugana Sauga. Then you are very agile. Am I correct? Is the definition? To very easily understand. So that is agility is one of the fantastic characteristics of cloud computing. Then of course flexibility, cost efficiency, virtualization, automation, user metering, service management, accessibility. So cloud computing is the model of how IT should operate as a business. Please remember, cloud computing is not all about technology. How are you going to use it as a business? Actually at the end of the session, I am going to make every one of the bioinformatics student to think that I am going to launch my own bioinformatics lab after finishing it. Because you are going to see that. Okay? Take next. So, essential cloud characteristics are on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, location independence, rapid elasticity, and measured service. This is typically like a classroom. Let's skip this slide. We'll go to the next. So, cloud service models are SaaS model, PaaS model, IaaS model. These are the three models. You can easily remember. Platform as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a service. When you go to the next slide, still more we can articulate. So, you just see this. See, the first one is about SAS, the next one is about PAS, and the third one is about IAAS. Is it looking something like Visu talking in the Arate Aragam? You're confused? Okay? The nucleus is that particular point. In cloud computing, in software as a service, SAS is the nucleus. In PAS is the nucleus. Platform is the nucleus. In IaaS, infrastructure is the nucleus. How this is useful to us? We'll go to the next slide. Okay. See how this cloud computing actually came into the usage. You see the first step. The IT assets were actually, and the data centers kept growing, and the desperate system tools were there, and inconsistent processes storing IT and power cards. There were a lot of problems in utilizing this information technology resources. Can you we'll come to the next. So what happened? We wanted to consolidate everything, the IT assets, standardize. Then actually the internet and all, they came into the field. That was the second step. We'll go to the third step. Virtualization. Virtualization is the current concept. What do you mean by virtualization? What do you mean by virtualization? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. So virtualization is virtualized infrastructure, increase the system utilization, unity, all those things. Do you know the meaning of the word virtualization? What exactly is the meaning of the word? Anyone can answer this? Can you give a mic? I want to know from you, because mind mapping is essential in understanding everything, because we have our own imaginations. What do you mean by virtualization? Can anyone say? Like? Visualization, yeah. You visualize something, that is what is virtualization. See, in computer, you've got a limited RAM space, you can always see, okay? It actually what the computer does, the operating system loads whatever application software you want from the external hard drive into the computer, and then it makes you work. And once you shut down the computer, the RAM goes away. Many times what happens is the RAM will be limited. Now what is the current latest capacity of RAM in the laptops or computers that are coming? Do you know that? 4 GB. That means maximum you can load only a 4 GB software into the computer as the RAM space. If it is beyond that, the computer is going to hang. Instead, you can create a virtual RAM space. That is for the purpose of in the desktop you are understanding. Whereas in virtualization, we are creating a virtual infrastructure place into the internet to be used as if we are using our own lab. That is nothing but the virtualization in a generic understanding. Then we go to the next. So in cloud computing, it is a service-oriented architecture, infrastructure, rapid provisioning of IT resources, massive scaling, dynamic service management, energy saving via auto workload distribution. Because today the world is going for more and more miniaturization. They are going for more and more fast. You can see a cell phone, the size of the cell phone is becoming more and more thinner, but the performance is more and more faster. Correct? Same is the case here. So instead of, earlier we were using a mainframe computer. The mainframe computer, if you have to keep it inside